I will be leaving the flat in 15 minutes. Just got the last of the stuff to go in the van. I wish I felt a little bit better, but I do not. So we can't really help that. We're going to go anyway. Now I'm excited, even though I may need an afternoon nap when we get to our first destination. Never mind. Good morning. I've survived my first night in the van. Rummy. It was a bit noisy because we haven't rode. Turns out that road's quite busy all night, and also in the middle of the night the bins got collected. All the bins by different lorries. So that was quite noisy. Also, I don't know whether you can see a rookie error. The van is ever so slightly on a slope. Just a little bit. But both of us kept drifting that way in the bed. It's not really noticeable until you actually get into bed and then you drift through the night. We do have blocks. Tonight we're staying in an actual campsite, which I'm very excited about. It looks beautiful. So we've got blocks, so if it's not level we shall start using the blocks. Now apart from that, I'm still feeling very unwell, like very unwell, but we'll ignore that for the time being, and I'll update you later when we arrive at the campsite. We're also going to do a food shop on the way, which is exciting because we don't really have anything at the moment apart from tea and coffee and some water. Oh, and one banana. Bye. Danny was just going out on a 10k run, so got FOMO. I wish I didn't have bad ribs, but I do, so I won't be going. But he did say that if I'm feeling well enough this afternoon we could go for a walk just around the campsite, which would be the furthest that I've walked for quite some time. We're talking like a quarter of a mile. But you've got to start somewhere. I don't know whether I've mentioned what running shoes I brought with me, and also where I've placed these running shoes, because it's very important. It turns out this van is actually built for me and my running shoes, and I have only bought 3 pairs of running shoes, but I possibly might buy a new pair when I start running again, because I think I deserve it. But look at this. They fit perfectly. It's like a built-in shoe rack. I've bought the unnamed trail shoes. I don't like them, but we are planning to hike quite a bit and also do some parkrun tourism and also walk up Snowdon. They were a necessity. I possibly need to think of a name for them so they don't feel left out. I've owned them for about a year now. I'm just not bothered by them, but turns out they were one of the lucky few that came on this trip. Then we've obviously got the new Faithfuls, one of my favourite all-time shoes. They're very lucky and they deserve a place on this van. And then we have, of course, the Blast-Offs, the Asics Super Blast 3s. I cannot wait to put these back on my feet. And then I've just got some Crocs and stuff. They're quite exciting how they fit. They don't fall off or anything when we're driving. Daniel could not put his shoes here because his feet are massive. The shoes come out to about here, so that's just not going to work. So this is mine. I don't actually know where he's put his shoes. Who cares? He's not important. What was your first run like out on your travels?
Hot.
Oh. Windy?
Hot and breezy.
Have you stopped to watch?
Yeah.
Would you like a drink?
I'll have a Diet Coke.
Okay. Good morning. It's Thursday, and we stayed obviously in the campsite last night. It's about 7 o'clock in the morning. We had slight problems this morning. Daniel got up to make us tea and coffee in bed. Then he tripped over this, stubbed his toe, threw the cup of coffee and tea over the bed and jarred his back. So we're very accident prone. So he keeps going over to wash the sheets because we're still at the campsite, and tonight and tomorrow night we're off grid. So he's washing the sheets, I'm washing the clothes. There is a one washing machine, so he's washing the sheets in the washing machine here, but I'm washing the clothes old-fashioned style. And also I'm charging everything. Everything's being charged so we can go off grid. He's back.
Sheets are washed and they're now on tumble drying.
Did they spin?
They did.
£1 for 12 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm not sure whether that's good or bad.
No idea.
No.
I'm
So-
gonna make some toast.
That's what we're doing. Charging all the battery packs as well, so that we have enough for being off grid for the next 2 nights. Tonight is a lay-by, isn't it? Kind
yeah.
of. A road where camper vans and motorhomes park. And tomorrow night we're staying in the hotel car park of the wedding that we're going to on Saturday. And they've said it's fine for us to stay there as long as we go into the hotel and have a meal.
Do you want toast?
No, thank you. I'm still not feeling my best, and I definitely cannot eat. I can't eat in the morning, or probably until about 1 o'clock. Anyway, that's today's update. Goodbye. Daniel, working hard editing videos. I suddenly thought maybe it was worth mentioning that there's another channel on YouTube that was a very old channel that me and Daniel had about 6 years ago with 23 subscribers on it. Last month Daniel decided to revive this channel for our travelling, because it was originally about a van that we were doing up Trini, and so he started posting about us going travelling, and that channel is called No Direction Travel. No
Direction Travels.
No Direction Travels. Which features us both and our travels. Obviously my channel was going to be about running, and at the moment there's none of that, but I thought maybe if any of you are actually interested more in the travelling aspect of my life, you may want to check out that channel. If not, you can just be patient and wait for me to run again. We're going to go for a walk through, I think it's a nature reserve. What's it called, Daniel?
Nene Park.
Nene Park. And originally I planned this because I had 20-mile run to do, which was the longest run of the marathon block. Obviously now I'm not running tomorrow, but never mind, we're going to have a walk anyway. They've also got a bar. I'd love a pint in the sunshine looking at the lake. Daniel's made this thing that he's come up with a decision that we don't have any beer or wine in the week because we're not on a holiday, and we mustn't get carried away with ourselves, and that we're to only have these luxuries at the weekend. Even though we did have a glass of wine last night, but that's because our friends bought it for us. He's being a bit mean because he says that no, we're not allowed to do that. And yet I do feel like I'm on a holiday, and also I do feel like the first week should be a mini celebration. I haven't even celebrated the fact that I've stopped work, but I won't mention this to him. We'll just walk silently past the bar and hope that he says, Or I could murder a pint in the sunshine. What a dream. We're going to the pub.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Anything to eat?
No, thank you. Can I have a Stella? They have. How exciting. I always get my own way. Not always, actually, no. Sometimes. This lake and this Parkup that I decided that we needed to come to was because tomorrow I was meant to have a 20-mile run, and I found this lake with flat paths all the way around it, because it does a park run here and it says that it's flat. So I thought that's perfect. Just do 20 miles around a lake. Unfortunately, that won't be happening tomorrow, but I might come for a walk around it anyway, even though I'm here. So
Happy now?
thank you, Daniel. Good morning. It's Friday and it's 6:52. Daniel has 30k to do, which is almost 19 miles for people that work in normal mileage. And obviously I cannot run. I've decided that I'm going to follow him for as much as I can on my bicycle, because it's flat and I think I'll be able to manage it. So that's what we're doing. I'll update you later, because he wants to get going and he's a bit grumpy. I don't think he wants to do his run.
You're not going to do the whole thing, are you? Or are you?
I might do.
You think? I think you get bored.
It's a good bit of aerobic exercise.
Okay.
I forgot to say that we're still in the same place as yesterday, as in Peterborough. And Nene Park, it's got a nice park run tomorrow, but we're not doing it because we've got a wedding to go to. And it's kind of pavementy but gravelly, flat pavement. I don't know how to describe it, but it's nice. I would run on it with road shoes. Daniel's got his road shoes on. They're your newest road shoes, aren't they?
Yep.
And they're literally falling apart. I did tell him to get some new ones and he didn't. Also, today I am joined by, brace yourselves, the no-named trail shoes. Lovely. Please help me give them a name. Oh, it's bunnies. This is wonderful in the sunshine. I'm just rolling. My ribs are a little bit painful but manageable on the bike. Just gonna try and follow Daniel for these 18, 19 miles and not irritate him too much. But just hang back and hopefully he'll forget I'm here. They're just bunnies everywhere. Like everywhere you look, there's bunnies. I love it. I don't mind. Well, I'm just following you. Oh. One thing I didn't think of when cycling and filming is that you need one hand to hold the camera, another hand to push the button to make the camera work, and then stop the camera. My other hand is cycling. So that's a bit tricky. Never mind. We're somehow getting through that. Just a quick update on how Daniel is doing. He's just done a park run, distance 5k, in 28 minutes. 27:54, but 28 minutes. Which he did say that he was going to do this nice and easy, and I would say that that's quite fast. He sounds and looks good, so apart from the fact that he swallowed a fly and he didn't enjoy that, but at the moment it's all going well and I'm not irritating him too much. I am keeping quite far back, as you can see. just past 10k in 55 minutes. Now that says to me that Daniel's picked up the pace. I don't know why, but he's definitely going quicker. And also that's quicker than my 10k PB. Always a nice bloke. Only another 20k to go. Woohoo! I've gone ahead for a moment because Daniel's confused about why we keep doing the small lake and not the big lake. And it turns out he's obviously got runner's brain, because I said to him, if you keep turning right at every junction, you're going to be going round in the same circle. You need to take a left. And he said it didn't make any sense to him. So I said to him, do you want me to go ahead so that we get onto the big lake? So that's what we're doing right now. Is he behind me? He is behind me. Past 20k, 1 hour 55-ish, because I don't know where it was, because I'm in miles, and Daniel didn't celebrate it because he thought 17k was 20k, so he's feeling a bit low. Morning. There's quite a few bridges on this, and they're quite steep, and I do struggle with my ribs on that. And also some of the paths are a little bit bobbly. That also hurts my ribs. As well as breathing hurts my ribs, but not as bad. Breathing's just an ongoing pain. But the bobbly bits and the bridges are quite a much bigger pain. Well done. We completed it. 2 hours 51 minutes. 18.6 miles. Quite tired really. I think Daniel is as well. Good morning. It's Saturday. We have arrived yesterday at the wedding venue. It's very beautiful. Also there's an airfield, so yesterday when we arrived I got to watch, I'm not sure whether they were planes, I think maybe they were gliders. Anyway, I like watching things like that, so that was nice. I'm not feeling particularly well again. No, it's okay because it's obviously the day of the wedding. We're parked there. The wedding is there. So I feel like I'll just stay for the important bits and then I'll go and have a lay down, and then I might pop back and then go and have another lay down. I'll get through it. I don't think anybody's going to notice. I think there's quite a few people going to the wedding, so also I can't help it. I hope you enjoyed my first week of travel vlogging. I know it's not running, but I've tried my best. 2 weeks past the accident, only another 6 weeks to go. Possibly 4. We'll get there. So yes, thank you for watching, and I hope you all had a wonderful week. So happy ever after day. Have a wonderful weekend. Goodbye.